Last week on The Club.
We're just driving now into Bendigo. The excitement today is that we've got a couple of our long-term rehabbers coming back to play. So Brent McCaffer, Andrew Cracker.
It's more relief, I suppose. I was so nervous this morning, last night, about the game, and just to get through, get a few kicks as well, myself and Crack. It's just an awesome feeling, and yeah, just so happy to be back playing footy.
The Collingwood Football Club today announced that Dane Swan has been suspended for the next 2 AFL matches. The decision was made after the club became aware that Dane had been drinking alcohol 6 days before next Saturday's match against Sydney, a clear breach of club protocols. He subjected to and signed off and agreed to certain rules and certain protocols, and when they're breached, there's consequences.
We're going to have to pick up the slack in the 22 this week from a player like Dane Swan who won't be there. But it's a collective. It's not just one bloke that's going to win us the flag or lose us the flag. It's going to be the team that takes the field and the list that makes it possible over the next 6 to 8 weeks.
With Taz coming in, we think he's going to be an important addition for us this week. Obviously he's been around a long time, he's experienced a lot of highs and lows, he's experienced the game at both ends of the ground, so he's got a lot of valuable knowledge to share.
Yeah, I suppose this year's been a little bit frustrating. It's been a year where a lot of football hasn't been played, unfortunately, but I think at the moment I'm in a pretty good position where I think towards the end of the year my body's starting to get back to full fitness and I'm adapting well with the training and the game. So even though the first half of the season wasn't too good, and I think the second half of the season's been a lot better.
Beautifully picked up by Sinclair, over the top, Tarrant for his second goal. Did he stay in the field of play? He reckons he did. He'll kick inside 50, Tarrant can go over the top of Taylor and takes the mark.
Chris Tarrant on the bench, little tweak in the right calf, they're just working on it right at the moment.
I think with injuries it's an up and down thing, it's a week to week thing, it can be frustrating at times, and also when you start getting to play again you realise how much you do enjoy playing. I think being around for a while, obviously for 15 years, and having experiences forward and back, it helps me, I suppose, help the young guys out a little bit. I enjoyed speaking about players I've played on before to, little things in their games that might help during the game. So I do enjoy that part, even though I haven't been out there, just to be able to help out where I can off the field, which has been a positive as well.
I reckon you'll get Johnson. Either you or Dawes, you'll get Johnson, and he's a young kid. He's played that 30 games. He's really efficient. So with the way, he really does his job, makes smart decisions. But you'll get him for size, and I reckon you'll get him for work rate.
The coach has basically said, look, if it's a horse for courses almost. So with Tyson going down this week with injury, a tall forward role was opened up for me, so I've slotted back in there. But who knows, maybe next week when we're playing someone else, they might have 3 tall defenders and I might go back to playing defence. So I think my role really over the rest of the year will be basically where I'm needed, I suppose, and hopefully that's somewhere on the field, because I obviously want to be playing in the finals. I think travelling interstate, I'll probably have a fair bit of experience now, because when I was at Fremantle, we travelled every second week for 4 years, so it's something you do get used to. I think we're lucky here at Collingwood, even though we've got three interstate trips for the last 5 rounds, which is I suppose a bit different for us, but we're a really close-knit group, which is fantastic. So getting away together is you have a bit of fun while you come up and you play a game of football. when we arrive, I keep it really simple, to be honest. I don't listen to music. I don't walk out on the ground before the game. I get there. I usually use the physios before the meeting and get strapped, and then basically just go into a warm-up with the team. And so my routine's always basically the same, if it's interstate or back at home. It's generally the same week in, week out. But I don't really think about sort of the losing aspect. I generally think every game that we're lucky we've got a fantastic side that we're playing and we're going to win. So really losing doesn't really come into the equation. Previously, before I left, you take it for granted, I suppose. You make great friendships with the players you play with, and it doesn't, whichever team you're at, and it's fortunate enough to make some friends for life. And hopefully, this year that we can play in something special together. That's, we've talked about, and I think this year, hopefully, we can just finish off well. It might be the last time we have that opportunity for all of us to, have that one last crack at playing in a premiership.
Gets it underway, magnificent, straight up and down bounce. Jolly doing the ruck work. Mumford will be his direct opponent for the night. Jack with the first clearance. Good mark, Tarrant. Handball off, here's Fasolo. Fasolo's kick into Dawes. Thomas from the stoppage. Collingwood get there first. Thomas, Mike Pike got him high. Gee, I reckon he's got a corky out of that, Thomas. See Thomas with that knock there. He's in some discomfort.
Sorry to jump in there, but Dale Thomas has been subbed out. Alan Didak, of course, is the man who's been subbed on.
Big call, that one, isn't it? Massive moment in this game now to lose Dale Thomas.
Side bottom just sends it long once again without great direction. Players collide, picked up by Didak. Would this be a return? Would this be a return? Didak goes! Look at his teammates get around him. Welcome back, Alan Didak. Siren sounds. And a very, very good contest indeed.
I think a lot of people are starting to doubt us and saying that we're a little bit off from last year and we're not playing our best football and we have these things against us. But I think this is the week where we can really sort of show that the football world, I suppose, what we believe in ourselves, that we're a top four side and we hopefully be around towards the end.
Get it underway to start the second half. Collingwood by 3 points. Sinclair went and got it, gave it to Fasolo. Fasolo around the corner, very capable of these. He's got it. Pies within a goal. Mumford looking just a little uncoordinated there. Allows Reid to run on the ball, and the mark is taken by Blair. Got a conker, in he comes, looks pretty good. I think it's there. Jetta around the corner, got it to Kennedy. Kennedy goes underground ball. McGlynn picks it up, turns around, shot at goal. He's kicked it. Sydney are back. Clock stops. 30 seconds left in the game. I told you this could happen. Maxwell telling Didak to come. Side bottom follows now. Boy, this is the big time here. 2-point ball game. 30 seconds left. Knocked down. Pendlebury with the clearance. If they can hit the pass here and find a mark, they'll win it. It goes into Dawes off hands. Boundary line. Need to be swift. 17 seconds. Boundary throw in. Down to 10 seconds. Beams around the corner. Puts the edge on it. Collingwood have won.
Great ticker, great courage. Don't know what it is about this group, this club, and you're representing at the moment. When the backs are against the wall, that's when we pull out our best performances. So I think there's a bit of a lesson in that for us. Every time we set something for you as a group, you stand up and you get it done. Awesome effort, awesome. You should feel very satisfied with that win. North Melbourne next week. It just keeps coming. Keeps coming for us. Well, boys, well done.
Well done, boys.
Yeah, I suppose I'm lucky to have the opportunity to come back and play with good friends. It's certainly the main aim over the next, hopefully 2 months is to finish off well and enjoy those times with your best mates. I'm almost 32 next month, and obviously this season hasn't helped my chances of pushing forward towards that contract. But all I really have to concentrate on is the next 4 games and the finals. It's that really all what matters to me at the moment. I suppose it's playing in that premiership, something that's eluded me for so long that what I'm striving for still to this day. So that's what my main aim is at the moment, and I think the rest will just look after itself in time.
Still to come on The Club. A singing magpie lives out a childhood dream.
As a kid, I had 3 massive goals. One was to meet Bono, one was to see the Magpies win a flag, and the other was to play the MCG in Wembley. So, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
And rising star Ben Sinclair joins us in the studio.
And Sinclair, who kicked 2 of the first 3 goals of the match, just takes all the air out of the balloon.
Wednesday, 8:30. We're about to turn the camera on Ed. There's a drive in you. Where does that come from? Are you bemused? You've never been nominated for a goal lead.
Exclusive to Fox Footy.
Advanced Hair Studio now guarantees a result for hair loss. So whether you're starting to thin or if you're balding, Advanced Hair Studio's exclusive procedures can guarantee a result for hair loss.
Just like mine.
Call Advanced Hair Studio now.
Whether it's more oomph, extra kick, or a smoother ride you're after, Shell V-Power is designed to give you more of what you love.
Here we are in Oslo in Norway, and one of the
greatest things I'll ever do is to present the famous black and white stripes of the Collingwood Football Club to the fastest man in the world, the fastest man on the planet, Usain Bolt. We've got a nice position for you. We'd like to put you as a ruck rover at the Collingwood Football Club. But we'd like to present that to you, mate, because it's a symbol of something that's very important to us in Australia, and we'd love to make you our #1 member for the Collingwood Football Club supporter base.
Thank you very much.
Good on you, mate.
Thank you.
Great to have you on board.
No problem.
Go Magpies.
Yeah, go Magpies. Believe it.
Yes, confirmation that he is in fact a Collingwood man, Usain Bolt, and that was before, of course, he won the 100 and 200 double at the London Olympics. Outstanding stuff. Well, joining us, another speed machine on the club is Ben Sinclair. Benny, welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you along, and well done on establishing yourself in this Collingwood side. It hasn't been easy for you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chris. Thanks for having me. It's been a bit of a interesting ride, but yeah, it's been good. Because
last year, earlier this year, Mick Malthouse said that you were in Collingwood's best 22 last year, but you had injury problems and never really got to put it together, did you?
Yeah, at the start of the year, I had a stress fracture in my fibula, so that put me out for the first half of the year, and then mainly the second half of the year was just trying to get back into it, and then I was lucky enough to get a few games at the end of the year to get a bit of a taste of it.
And you had a good pre-season, so really from the get-go this year, you've been able to really put your name up.
Yeah, I had my first full pre-season, so that was very handy, and so I was lucky enough to play round one and managed to stay in the whole time.
And that must be the pleasing part, is that you've really established yourself. You spent a bit of time out, but you just come straight back into the team.
Yeah, well, I think that just with it, there's so many competition for so many spots, so each week you sort of have to play as best you can, so it sort of gives you something to aim for. So.
Fantastic. Now, mate, your third season at the club. Tell us about who you knock about with. Who do you live with?
Well, I live still at home with Mum and Dad.
Still at home?
Still at home, yeah.
Are you serious? Now, Benny, the word is you're on pretty big money at the club, so I imagine you pay a fairly hefty rent each week to Mum and Dad.
Oh, no, I don't pay any rent at the moment either, so I get it pretty good. But
And what about like chores and stuff, like cleaning, doing the dishes and, stacking up the dishwasher and all that sort of stuff? You obviously help.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, you don't even do that, do you? You don't even do that.
Try and do the dishes every now and then. Maybe put the bins out or something.
Oh, mate, you've got it easy. What do the other blokes say about that? Because you've got a lot of players at the club that are from the country and certainly interstate that have got to fend for themselves, look after themselves, and you're living on Easy Street.
Yeah, I don't think they quite like what I've got. But I'll let them know about it a bit.
Now, do you take Mum away for the interstate trips, like up to Sydney, and so she can look after you, make sure you're preened and all that sort of stuff?
No, don't do that. Don't go that far.
What about interests outside football? You're studying?
Yeah, doing commerce through the club at Swinburne Uni. So do that with a few boys, and it's good.
How does that fit in with football? You do like a limited number of units every year, is that how it works?
Yeah, it's sort of like a part-time sort of course, and we meet the lecturer maybe once every 3 weeks or so, and then just have a full day of study then. Yeah.
And what about other sports? What about other interests? You've got your study and your football, so that obviously takes a fair bit of time, but what else do you do?
Yeah, try and play a bit of golf. But,
you play a bit of golf?
That's about it, really.
Next you're going to tell me you're a member at some well-established place like Royal Melbourne Golf Club or something.
I'm a junior member there.
I tell you what, you've got it absolutely made, mate. Fantastic. Hey, and your dad played a bit of footy?
Yeah, Dad played, I'm not sure how many games, about 45 or something like that. For Melbourne.
For Melbourne?
Yeah.
Gee, you just missed out on father-son. You dodged a bullet there, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be at Collingwood.
Well, mate, stick with us because we've got more to talk about after the break. Ben Sinclair on the club with us. As we go to the break, a man who starred a couple of weeks ago, he beat hundreds to be able to go to the MCG at the Collingwood-St Kilda game to sing the Collingwood song. His name, Justin Stewart Cotter.
My name's Justin Stewart Cotter, proud winner of the Collingwood Football Club singing competition, and I'll be singing at half-time here at the MCG and hopefully helping the boys get across the line. I have a feeling that people bought into the heart of the song. It's not the most perfect rendition of the song, but it has a lot of heart. There's a dedication to Darren Mullane in there, Pants, number 42. And I also put my own spin on it a little bit, whilst also trying to really respect the original version.
Number 42, this one's for you. At the pearly gates, the black and white hearts beat true.
I grew up on the piano. Spent a lot of time with my grandparents, and during that period I was fascinated with the piano and spent a lot of time on it. As a kid I had three massive goals. One was to meet Bono, one was to see the Magpies win a flag, this was pre-90 of course, and the other was to play the MCG in Wembley. So, you know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Good old Collingwood forever. We know how to play the game. Side by side we stick together to uphold the Magpie name.
It was like one of the best 3.5 minutes of my life, no doubt, and you know, just to sing in front of that many people, and for it to be about the Pies, and to have Pants in there as well, number 42. It's got to be the best day of my life.